I was raised by a single mom, and while words like strict and rules didn't seem to be in her vocabulary, there was one thing she told me to never, ever do. And that was to never go near the house of old Bob Barnes. Mom told me he was a monster, and that the kid that he'd killed had been a close friend of hers in high school. And by the time I was 17, old Bob was definitely the devil to me. One night, my mom had gotten drunk and told me the story of how Bob killed her friend. But I did, and as the months went by, all this hatred for him was festering away until finally, I decided I was going to do something about it. The story was still basically the same, and old Bob still needed to pay for what he'd done all those years before. And so I hatched the plan with my buddies that night. I was going to hike out to his trailer in the middle of the night, watch it for a while to make sure no one was up and moving around, and then I was going to set it on fire. I suddenly hear this loud click to my right that I instantly recognized as a gun, before someone says, "What you got there, boy?" I froze, knowing it was old Bob and that he'd caught me red-handed trying to burn down his place. He told me to turn around, because he wanted to see my face before he killed me. I was shaking by the time he rushed me and spun me around, but when he saw my face, he shoved me away from him so I fell over backwards and then just looked at me for a minute after lowering his gun. And then after I confirmed who I was, he told me, "I wondered how long it'd be before you showed up." First words out of my mouth that whole time came out as, "How'd you know me?" And then after inviting me inside his trailer, old Bob promised to tell me everything I wanted to know. After we sat down in his trailer, he asked what my mom had told me about him. I guess I got a little braver because I told him all about how I hated him for killing my mom's friend. He asked to tell him how I thought it went down, and he just smiled as I told him my mom's version of events. He didn't interrupt at all, but when I was done, he told me, "Okay, kid, this is what really happened."